Hey, what's up there, guys? Corey back with NVIDIA Shield here, and we've been doing a lot of hands-on with NVIDIA Shield as far as gaming goes, plenty more in the post, but what we want to kind of focus on right now is using NVIDIA Shield without gaming. Obviously, it's got a 5-inch HD screen, quad-core processor, built-in speakers, so even though this is obviously geared for gaming, it can kind of be, in a way, a tablet. It's got great speakers on board, which can also kind of replace one of those portable speakers, if you will. And over the last couple days, I've been using it for quite a while here, and I really enjoy it for a lot of things. I use the WatchESPN app to watch the NHL hockey game and some of the NBA finals. I use Netflix and things of that nature, and then of course Google Music with All Access works really good as well. And then the speakers are quite awesome too. And then one of the other little nifty things is they've allowed an option where you can actually use the triggers or the bumpers to actually control the volume. So once you hit the volume button, you can tap the triggers. And obviously, a lot of people use, portable speakers. So I kind of wanted to show you this. It's got great sound, which we've showed you already. But that's just one thing. You can use this for gaming. Then while you're camping or something, you can also pull it out and also stream music from, that 64 gig micro SD card in the back, or Google Music All Access if you have Wi-Fi. So, a little Daft Punk in there. And that's just one quick look here. It sounds really good. It's got great sound quality. And then sadly, if it's open, the screen will be on for a long, most of the time. But it could drain battery. But in general, I've actually used it somewhat often to just like sitting around the house. It's been blasting music in the living room. And then, like I said before, WatchESPN, Netflix. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do other than just gaming. I've been playing a lot of GTA Vice City. Grand Theft Auto is actually kind of awesome on this thing, especially when you stream it to your TV. It's almost like playing it back in the old days on 360 all over again, or original Xbox. It's been a few years. But one thing I did want to mention is being a 5-inch screen in a landscape mode. We have had a few issues with some apps. Netflix doesn't load. A couple benchmarks apps wouldn't load, and they show it's incompatible on the Play Store. I know NVIDIA is working on that, but the point with that is apps that start or are always in landscape or portrait mode instead of landscape will be listed as incompatible. But I've been able to install most of them. I mean, WatchESPN worked without a problem, and Netflix had to side load, but most apps you can actually download, they just kind of have issues. So like WatchESPN, when you load that, it is sideways, which is kind of a downer. But you can still scroll through it, go to something you want to watch. Me being able to use ESPN, I can watch live sports, college basketball, football, what have you, using NVIDIA Shield. So let's go ahead and let that load, let you see it in action. And it froze. Oh, there we go. So I mean, stuff like this is actually kind of cool. It sits upright. It's got tons of different, angles if you'd like. So I've actually kind of enjoyed that aspect of Shield because I did, like I said before, I watched some of the NHL finals, with the Stanley Cup using Shield, which was nice. And then, of course, all the games. Netflix, again, same thing. When you open it, it launches sideways. Flipping through everything, it is sideways. So, I mean, typing in a password is kind of not the funnest thing in the world, obviously. But once you get the hang of it, I mean, once you sign in, you're good to go. Find the show you want to watch and you're good. But I do have Hulu Plus, which actually works fine with Shield. So if you have Netflix, you can also use Hulu. There's Twitch TV, and then of course all the games. NVIDIA has plenty of stuff they've preloaded. So this was just kind of a look at some things you can and that I have done with Shield aside from gaming. But we have Chrome browser and the regular browser. We have tons of games. Currents works really great for a news app. So those that want to flip to the news on this, and then Dropbox. Google Earth is actually pretty cool on it, using the joysticks to kind of spin the world and what have you, so that was kind of neat. Again, Facebook, it loads up fine, but once you get into the app, there's certain areas where it wants to default to portrait mode if you want to use Facebook. I'm going to say no on that, but then you go into something like the browser, go ahead and let up a page load, and this was something that I kind of thought was neat. When you're on a web page, you can just quickly browse, which is kind of cool. And then they do have a full mouse support. So if you'd like, you can come over to something about T-Mobile phone. Go ahead and tap A, and there you go. And then obviously your regular pinch to zoom works. So if you like to zoom in a little bit better and have a good angle for as you scroll down your news content. So obviously holding this like a tablet or like a a device like that for your daily news sitting on the couch, it's not quite the same experience that you're going to enjoy as a tablet. But if you kind of only want one device, this kind of can be an all-in-one device. It's an Android tablet. You can do almost everything you can do on most Android devices. It's got the speakers for a portable speaker, and then of course all the gaming aspects. So this was just a quick look at Shield in general, and from a perspective other than just gaming, because I've actually done quite a bit with it and enjoyed it throughout the past week. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tons more videos.